Good evening, everyone. How we doing? Good, 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 good. Thank you all for coming out this afternoon. Before we get started here, I do want to let everyone know, please continue to grab food, grab drinks, whatever you need. As we start this, we do want to be aware of time and try to make sure that we manage our schedules appropriately. So my name is Andre Bean. I am the Assistant Athletics Director of the Evans Competitive Advantage Program, as well as the Chief Diversity Officer here. And we are excited to have our first Lunch and Learn of the 2023-2024 academic year. That's right, Brett. Here we go. Clap it up. That's all right. Okay. And our purpose behind these is just to bring awareness and education to our coaches and staff, as well as try to uplift some of our student athletes and tell some stories as well. So thank you all for coming out this afternoon. We have a very, very interesting and exciting panelists here. As you all see, we have a few student athletes that have been very, very busy outside of their schedules representing their countries as well as K-State, and some have been representing their countries outside of K-State. So without further ado, we'll jump right in. Again, please feel free to continue to eat and grab drinks as necessary. I do want to introduce our moderator here, Ms. Regina Bolin, who is the Director of Social Media as well as our Diversity Chair for our Action and Leadership Committee. And one more thing before we get started, if I could ask if everyone that's either a part of the Diversity Action Team or the Leadership Committee could just raise their hand so we could just acknowledge you all. We could clap it up for them as well. That's right. All right, so we're going to pass it on and we'll get started.
No, I'll start. Hi, everybody. So we're going to have them start and just give a quick introduction. We can have you guys do your name, sport, hometown, major, and then a little bit of your experience, whether you competed for the country you're from or in a different country, that sort of thing. So we'll start with Shelly.
Hi, everyone. My name is Shalisa Ray. I am from the Cayman Islands, and I'm on the track team. My major, I'm getting my master's in business administration, and I had the opportunity to compete at the Tokyo Olympics back in 2021, where I competed in the 400 meters.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kyle Gale. I'm from Barbados. I'm a senior. I'm getting my degree in Human and Family Development Sciences along with pre-chiropractic. My sport is track and field, and I've competed in many competitions for my country.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Gisela Sanchez. I'm from Spain. And this summer I went to the European Championship. We got the third place. And my major is psychology, and I'm a junior.
Good afternoon. My name is Marcus Jelpy. I come from Puerto Rico, but I grew up most of my childhood in California. I'm a sociology major. I competed for my country internationally multiple times. And is that the last question? Yeah. Oh, I'm a junior. Oh, I run track. My bad.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is David Gassan. I'm a senior from De Leer, the Netherlands. I'm a sociology major, and this summer I competed with the Netherlands at the pre-Olympic qualifiers in Turkey, Istanbul.
Hey everybody, I'm Cam Carter. I'm from Donaldsonville, Louisiana. I'm a junior. My major is human development, and I'm men's basketball, and I got to compete in the foreign tour this year.
How y'all doing? I'm Snakehorn Tomlin. I'm from Harlem, New York. I'm a senior. My major is social transformation studies, and I competed with Cam in the European tour.
Awesome. Okay, so our first question today, and we have a list of a few questions here, but at the end we'll open it up to all of you if you have any additional questions, so be thinking of that. But the first question we have, and this is for Shelly, David, and Naquan, is how has your career as a student athlete been enhanced by your experience competing outside of the United States?
Well, competing at the Olympics, of course, it was very scary, but just getting the opportunity to compete there, it not only changed me as an athlete, but it changed me as a person. Just being around those elite athletes, it changed my mindset towards, track and how I go about my daily life. I'm way more motivated, hardworking, and I just have a different demeanor about myself, just being able to compete at such a world stage. So I would say it did change me quite a lot.
What's the question again?
How has your experience competing outside the United States changed your view as a student athlete?
I feel like anytime you go compete internationally, it'll help you develop as a student athlete. Even though I'm a senior here, for my national team, I was a rookie again, playing with older guys, playing with professionals that have been doing that for a long time, able to learn from them. And, I always learn the little things and, just things like that, I think really helped me coming back to school and taking that with me.
The trip really made me see how much basketball, the sport, can do for me. I come from Harlem, New York. I never went to Europe before, and so being able to have the opportunity to go to Israel and then Abu Dhabi was just a very good experience for me, just to see all the different cultures and the diversity there, and just learning the history of those two countries. So it was good.
Awesome. Thank you all. So the next question is for Shelly, Cam, and Marcus. What was your favorite part of your experience competing or your trip altogether?
Of course, my favorite part would just be the experience itself because, it is the Olympic Games. Not everybody gets to compete at the Olympic Games. I must admit, it was very scary. I did cry the night before my race. But the best part about my experience was just the exposure, getting to network, not only with the athletes, but with the coaches as well, because I feel as though that's very beneficial to me when I want to go pro. I'm able to reach back out to those coaches as well as those athletes for advice and just for direction as well. So that was my very favorite part about the trip.
Okay, so my favorite part about the trip, I had 2 trips. So I competed in my national championship for my country, where I won. And then I also went to the Central American Games for my country as well. And my favorite part about all these trips that I've ever been on is just being able to pridefully wear my flag and wear my colors because, being from Puerto Rico, it's just earlier in, I don't know how I say it, but past times it was illegal to even own a Puerto Rican flag or display it in any way. You'd be sent to jail and fined. And it wasn't until the 50s that you were legally allowed to own one. So everybody always wonders why Puerto Ricans wear their flag so proud everywhere they go, and it's because we've been silenced for so many years. So being able to do this on a national world stage is just something I'm really proud for.
What was the question again?
What was your favorite part of your trip?
Okay. My favorite part of the trip was just getting to compete against, older, grown guys, older guys that have been doing it for a long time. It definitely brought our physicality up. Me and Quan, coming from here, it's a different level of basketball, playing in college and then, playing against professionals. And, fun, favorite part, about having fun was us going to Abu Dhabi. I feel like we really got to connect as a team, and we had a lot of team bonding there. We went to my favorite part about that was, going to the desert too. We got, I don't even know what to call it. I don't know what it's called, but we was in cars and we was going up hills in the desert and stuff like that. We went sand sliding, riding camels. I was very, very scared of camels before, we did that. And camels are harmless, but, I think one tried to bite my head. It's on video too, so yeah.
Awesome. This next question is for Kyle, Gisela, David, and Marcus. Can you talk about adapting from your coaching style here at K-State to your coach that you have internationally?
Sorry. Well, in my experience, there wasn't really any difference because the same way how my coach treats me here is the same way when I go internationally. Yeah, belief would be the same in terms of similar things they tell me, all kind of going around the same area. If anything, I would more likely speak to the training situation. So more or less like, okay, well, last year I didn't have much, let's say, training partners. But then when I got internationally, it was like a whole group of us. So that elevated the coaching and training.
For me, for example, here we are practicing a lot in weight room and conditioning. We're spending a lot of time in this part, and also in basketball. But for example, in Spain, we was practicing just 15 minutes conditioning, not weights, and it was a lot of basketball, and we was a lot inside the details and technique. And yeah, I could say that here is more, we are combining like your physique, your body, and your basketball, and in Spain it's just your basketball part. They doesn't care that much the physique, you know, you need to be prepared.
So the transition for me has been very, I would say, difficult at times. In Puerto Rico, there's not really like a coach that would coach me at these international competitions. So I'd take what I learned from here at Kansas State and I'd pretty much go coach myself internationally. And that gets difficult sometimes. Like, you know, sometimes I just want to hear a good voice or something I recognize, you know, to get me locked in the right way. But I think it's actually helped me grow a lot, being able to do that for myself. So that's pretty much how I feel about it.
I mean, for me, I forgot to mention earlier, I'm a basketball player, if y'all didn't know yet. But, you know, going back on the national team, like I said, I was a rookie there. So I really had, you know, kind of find your spot in the team, find your role. But I feel like over these years of me being a basketball player, just playing for so many different coaches, playing on so many different teams, I felt like I was really able to learn how to adjust to different kinds of coaching, different kinds of personalities, and how to deal with that. So that's why I feel like the transition for me was really smoothly this summer, and I think that helped me a lot.
Thanks, y'all. This next question is for Giselle and Cam. How was the competition style of play, either competing for your country or just in a different country?
The competition level, honestly, I don't think it was that much of a difference. It's just the shot clock. You know, here in college we play a 30-second shot clock, and over there we play 24 seconds, so it was a lot faster. That was the biggest difference.
Okay, for me, the competition is in both places a high competition, but I could say that here is more physical. Here the people is more stronger, so strong. In America, when I came here, it was wow, it's incredible, and a lot of conditioning. And in Spain, the people is not that much strong. And we are like, the competition, I could say that is more faster, like we are running a lot. And I could say that here in Kansas State, that impressed me that we won a fast place. Like the play is so fast, so that impressed me. Because when I was in Arizona, the play was so slow and I didn't like that much. So here is much better.
Okay, this is our last question, so y'all get your questions ready. This is for Kyle and Aquan. What was one eye-opening experience of your trip or anywhere that you've gone?
So I went to the Commonwealth Games last year, 2022. I would say that trip was the most eye-opening for me because, let's say, in terms of ranking of meets, that's like a step below Olympics, for those who don't know. But I would say it really was eye-opening because it allowed me to realize that I can get to that level. Being there, wearing my flag, it made me feel like I have a sense of belonging after coming off of injury. So that was definitely one of the best eye-opening experiences for me.
I have about like 2 eye-opening experiences. The first one I'll have to say, from what Cam said, like when we was playing against the older guys and the pros, is like they know the game so well because they've been playing for so long that like they're doing stuff that like usually like they're holding us when we trying to go get a ball out of bounds, and then they calling foul on us because they're holding us, but they calling a foul on us. So it's like, so they was just doing things because they've been playing the game for so long, and you know that's a bunch of film that they do, and you know that's just stuff that you can't teach. That's just stuff that you just learn. And the second eye-opening thing for me was like our team is really big on Christ, and so going to Israel, we learned a lot about Christianity and even the Islamic religion and Jewish, and the Jewish religion too. So we learned a lot about that, and so that was really good.
Awesome. Thanks, y'all. Does anybody out here have any questions for the student athletes?
My question is, if you had to share something about your trips, international trips with other student athletes to help them get ready for international trips, what is one thing that you would share?
I would probably share how we approach competition. I personally feel as though we go into competition very timid and I would say scared at times and underestimating ourselves. And I feel as though just being around those elite athletes, they showed just how like strong-minded, open-minded, and positive you have to be going into races. And I feel as though that was something that I'll be able to share with my teammates.
One thing I would always tell my teammates, especially when we were competing for the 4x4, because we had some new people on the team, never competed for Barbados. I told them whatever they did in their races before doesn't matter. Once we all come together and we put on that Barbados flag, it's time to go. All gas, no brakes. Forget everything else, right? So my advice would just be go in as confident as you can be and give your best effort.
Something that I will share is possible to enjoy the time with your teammates because the time is so fast. And I will say that if you are good outside the court, you can be good inside the court and the competition is higher and you have more confidence with your teammates. So yeah, I could say this thing.
Yeah, I kind of touch on what they would say about, having a positive mindset about everything. Because for the specific event I do is like, I'm halfway across the world, honestly. I'll be in Colombia or El Salvador or the Bahamas or something, and I just, I don't have time to have a bad game. I don't have, a certain quarter I got to get to. I get 3 chances to pretty much beat everybody else in the entire field. So basically having a good mindset going into things like that is very important, staying positive and just, keep encouraging yourself and other people around you.
I pretty much agree with what he just said. I also say like the pride of representing your country. I feel it's a different feeling, kind of. Just the way we was competing and trying to fight for that spot with our country. Just trying to make everybody back home, our family, and everybody that lives there proud. That's a different feeling. And I kind of would definitely want to bring that into college, what's it called, the college feeling.
I would tell them whatever they're going to do, you're going to kill it, whatever sport it is, and enjoy your experience, and the flight is long, so bring something comfortable.
Everybody here says some good things, but personally, I would tell them you might not like the food, but you gotta at least try it, though. We definitely lost a lot of weight in Israel, because in Israel, everything over there is kosher, so like we couldn't eat meats and like cheese in the morning. Yeah, so you just could. Yeah, so we definitely lost a lot of weight when we came back.
Hello, this question is for everyone. What can we do as a athletic department staff to make your experience better as international students?
All right. Excuse me. Sorry, say that one more time. I feel like we have one of the best coaching staffs in the country, so I really appreciate for everything they're doing, from the managers to the coaches to the trainers to the away coach. I feel like they take really good care of us. The only thing I feel like I miss sometimes is the home cooked food from back home, but I don't know if y'all can, remake that. So that's all I got.
Yeah, I would definitely say like more stuff like this. I love things like this. I feel like getting a chance to tell my story and who I am, along with all these other athletes who've done great things for their country, and just being able to represent pretty much who you are on a bigger stage than just your Instagram or Snapchat or something like that. I love things like this.
Yes, I think we have very good staff. In women's basketball, the staff is so good. And in my case, for example, I feel so confident to go, for example, there to Spain, because at first time I was scared, but my coaches give me the confidence, and they were saying to me, okay, you are good, and I was practicing with them, and it was good. So yeah, this.
Recognition. I think that us as international athletes, we don't really get recognized a lot. For example, how many of y'all knew that she was an Olympian? Right? You the Olympian? Right. But if you know what I'm saying, just things like that, like I guess having awards, or even just, saying the name when we got meetings, or even like, let me say, have her walk the field like beginning before a football game. Just things like that. If you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, just to feel like as if though like, because I feel like we go compete, like I got all silvers this year, right? But then like I just come back. She got Olympian, she just come back. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like things like that to just keep us more motivated.
For me, I would say support, because when I'm competing internationally, I get a lot of support from people that don't even know me. And when I'm here, no offense to anyone, but as a track athlete, we don't really get that much support. There's always a bunch of people at the basketball games and at the football games. And then when we have our meets, it's just like, where is everyone? Like, why is nobody advertising our meets? I mean, we try our best to advertise, but I just feel as though just the support from you all would be like really grateful, because we really want you guys to be there and see us. Because I mean, track is fun to watch. Come on now. So I feel as though support is something big for me that I would want from you guys.
What do each of you want to do when you're done competing?
Could you repeat?
What do you want to do when you're done competing? You're done with your sport. What do you want to do with your life?
I either want to be a real estate agent, or I want to work in the sports field, whether it's just like events marketing or just something like in sports. I want to stay in sports because I'm very educated with sports and I feel more comfortable in that field. So I would just like to either stay in that field or to sell homes. Who knows, I can sell one of you guys a home one day. Who knows?
Chiropractic care, but not just from a single practice. I want to build a clinic that not only works for just athletes, but anybody could come and get a whole holistic family approach and just get better.
I would like to be a basketball coach, no problem. Or something like psychology inside sports. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, of course I want to stay in my sport as long as I can, but something I want to do after I'm done competing is I definitely want to give back to my communities back home, whether it's in Puerto Rico or in California, maybe throughout the whole country. You know, I know that there's a lot of people in inner cities who don't have the right opportunities to come out here and, you know, prove to themselves and prove to other people around them that they have a chance to actually get out of their situations and change their lives and others. And I feel like I'd be a great example in helping people getting to that one stage.
I'm honestly not quite sure what I want to do after basketball. By the time I'm done competing, hopefully I'll have made a lot of money. By that time, hopefully I'll have a family. So after basketball, I'll just try and enjoy them as much as possible and taking care of everybody in my family.
Same thing as David said, but I would probably do something like that revolves around basketball.
Yeah, I agree. I would definitely want to either be a basketball coach and, like Marcus said, definitely giving back to my community.
Hello. So if food was mentioned, can you talk about a food or a dish that you miss most? Or if one of us are fortunate enough to travel to your country, what you would say, you need to eat this, you need to try this?
A dish? Like when I was there?
No, you can speak for New York. Put them on
New
game.
York?
Yeah, put them on game. Go ahead.
All right, bet. Let me put y'all on game, all right? So my peoples, my mom, she's from Trinidad, and my dad's from Jamaica. So I grew up eating a lot of Caribbean food, oxtail, rice and peas, curry chicken, jerk chicken. You know what I mean? So, yeah, let me put y'all on. Facts.
You know, I'm from Louisiana, so we known for our seafood, our soul food, stuff like that. So my favorite meal is crawfish. I mean, we have that here, but it's not the same.
So I'm from the Netherlands. My mom is Dutch, but my dad is African. So I love my African food, fufu, and all the sauces that come with that. My Dutch food, I love my stamppot. I love the stamppot, the poffertjes. I mean, it's a bunch of foods my mom made I miss, but if everybody ever go to the Netherlands, just hit me up and I'll gladly help you out.
Yeah, so a lot of Puerto Rican food is really influenced by Spanish culture. So I'd say our main dish in Puerto Rico would be mofongo. It's amazing. You can't pass it up, but it'll sit in your stomach for like 3-4 days. That, or if you ever there, get a good paella or something. Puerto Rico got the best. No offense.
No. Okay. Well, I'm in Spain. Paella is the best one, so sorry. And I miss also jamón. Jamón is like ham. Well, it's so good. I can explain. And also tortilla de patatas, that is a big omelette with potatoes, so it's so good. I mean, I can describe this.
Too much food. Flaying fish, definitely flaying fish. So make sure y'all get flaying fish when y'all come. Macaroni pie, lime stew, rice and peas, put it on sauce, which is like pickled pork, right? Macaroni salad from at home. My mom just do a real good macaroni salad. Yeah.
The one main dish from Cayman that I would tell everybody to try and that I miss, it's very weird, but it's stewed turtle. Yes, we eat turtles. And then there's the regular curry goat, oxtail, because even though I'm from Cayman, we do mix with Jamaica, so just stuff like that is what I miss.
Any other questions? I think we have time for maybe one more.
This is a question about your trip to Israel. I know you guys went to the Dead Sea, and they said you guys can actually float in the Dead Sea. Did you guys go in the water, and what was that experience like?
So the Dead Sea, when we got there, it was like 110 degrees, and then when we was getting into the water, we had to wear like some water shoes, and the water had to be like 120. The water was so hot. Oh my gosh, it was so hot. But then the more you walk out, then the cooler it got. And then it was crazy. It was like as soon as you just lay down and your body just floats, it was like putting like a water bottle underwater, and it just pops right up. That's exactly how it was. But it was cool though. We was able to put like mud and stuff on our bodies. The coaches was putting it on each other. Yeah, but that was cool though.
He gave the whole experience, but the only thing he missed out is you can't go in the Dead Sea without shoes on. It's like salt at the bottom, so like you're gonna cut your feet. It's very sharp.
Also too, at the Dead Sea, they have a resort like right next to it, and so like they had like a Dead Sea pool. Like if you didn't want to get into the actual Dead Sea, like you could get in the pool and float too. That was crazy. I ain't think you could do that, but that was cool though. But nah, he right about the salt. I definitely cut my hand. I ain't know I cut my hand, but then once you feel that water touch that cut, yeah.
And another thing is real. They say don't fart urine in a Dead Sea because it's gonna burn. Or if you have a cut, yeah, it's gonna burn.
I'm not gonna lie, those are some crazy facts right there. But that's the purpose of the Lunch and Learn, I guess. So, well, we want to thank you all for coming out. We also want to thank these leaders. I don't want to call them student athletes because coordinating times with these individuals here, I think we all know about what the day-to-day lifestyle is for our student athletes. But being able to get these people to show up here, some of them had practice, some of them left practice early, some of them had class, some of them are on their way to class here at 1 o'clock. So we do want to just express our extreme gratitude for you all, and we're going to continue to educate our staff and our faculty throughout your stories so that way we can better and best support you all with your experience here. The last thing I want to share with you all is if you look at the Jumbotrons there, you'll see our future dates for our Lunch and Learn sessions. So those are our topics as well, which we will be discussing. We're going to combine those with our all-staff meetings as well. So you all get the donuts in the morning, and then you get to eat with us in the afternoon. So if you all have any questions, anything else that you may want to hear about for some of those topics, please feel free to reach out to myself or anyone that's a part of the Diversity Action, our leadership team. And we thank you all for coming out. Please continue to eat. I think we have that until 1 o'clock, so if you like some more food or drink, please help yourself. Thank you.